Hello there everyone, Shippy here. Hope everyone out there's doing well and staying back once again with some more Pokemon trading card game Pocket ranked matches. Today's video, I feel like trying out this Mega Medicham EX deck that I put together, see if I can manage to win a game or two online with it. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Mega Medicham, it is a promo card that you can earn through a solo event that's going on at the moment, or at least at the time of recording. And what's unique about this card is that it has the ability to basically be the only EX card in the game that can deal with Oricorio, because its effect when it attacks is that the attack is not stopped by the effects of your opponent's Pokemon. So Oricorio is not a threat to this card if you can get it up and running. And also, if you're able to get a Psychic Energy into this card as well as a Fighting Energy, you will deal 140 damage instead of the 100 that's listed on the card. Now, for this deck in particular, I honestly don't know like the best pairing for Mega Medicham, so I've opted to run it with alongside Giratina. Since Giratina can stack Psychic Energy into itself, and we got a couple copies of Dawn, so we can pass the energy forward into Mega Medicham if it's in our active spot, so we can do some damage. And plus, if we don't draw into it, we have Giratina that's self-sufficient. But the big drawback of this deck, of course, is going to take a little bit of time to build into these cards. So basically, we're going to try to keep our deck our Pokemon alive as long as we can, so we can start doing damage. But yeah, I'll have the entire deck list in the description of the video below. So you want to try this deck out for yourself, or simply improve upon it. As always, feel free to leave me notes or anything about how to better run this deck, or what you're pairing Mega Medicham alongside. That might be probably is better than what I'm trying to do. But yeah, that's enough of me rambling. Let's take this deck into some ranked matches and see what we can get done. I'll be back when I find my first game. Alrighty, so looks like I found my first opponent here, and we are unfortunately going first, but we'll see what we can get done here. Alright. What would be better to start off with? Probably... I guess we'll use Giratina as our shield, so to speak, so we can get time to draw into our Mega Medicham here. And we're going against Darkrai and Magby. I do wonder what they could be using Magby to accelerate energy into. And we do have Peculiar Plaza, which I'm running one copy of, so we can reduce the retreat of Giratina here. Alright, let's oak it up here. Alright, we get a copy of Cyrus and a Pokeball. So let's mill our deck out and see if we get our second Giratina or a Meditite. But it is Giratina. Alright, I guess let's build this one up on the bench. Since we have Peculiar Plaza out, we can swap that Giratina and the active spot out cheaply. And the one on our bench won't be taking damage, so that is the plus side of that. Alright, so they've got their Darkrai built up, unfortunately. Alright, let's go ahead and get this Fighting Energy into Giratina, because we're probably have to attack with it first. I don't want to play... I want to play Copycat. Yeah, they got 4 cards. Maybe I should have held on to that Fighting Energy to put it into Mega Medicham, but I'm an idiot, wasn't thinking. Alright. Let's get this one built up. And then... You know what? In hindsight, I don't know why I'm running this version of Mega Medicham. For some reason, my brain still thought I needed to play around Oricorio, and I thought then there's probably a dead card, but this one only does have 2 energy to attack, so maybe it's not a bad thing to have it out. But regardless, we are where we are with the cards that we got. Alright, they're going to swap Darkrai in. And we are going to get popped for 80 here. Or 100, I should say. Alright, they're going to put a Giant Cape on the Darkrai. Alrighty then. Alright, we need to hold on to this Giratina on the bench. And, God, we would need, God, do I want to use this Lucky Ice Pop? We would need luck beyond luck to get like 50,000 heads that we would need to keep the card and build up over and over again. But at least this way, even using it once, we can't get force swapped in. By that I mean is that they can't kill us with the effect. They actually have to attack straight into us so we can cheese a hit with this Giratina on the bench. But all right, we'll the final energy we need here. So next turn we can actually attack with our Mega Medicham, which should be a little bit of a better and smarter. What? They conceded? Well, I almost thought for certain that I was going to lose. Probably would have, but we will we will take the concession and luck out an opening victory here. But yeah, good game to that opponent, and I guess I'll be back when I find my next match. Alrighty, so look, I found my next opponent here, and we do have the good fortune going second, which is always nice. And once again, we're going to start it with Giratina, but we have we do have two Pokeballs in hand, so we can at least guarantee a Meta-type. But I've not seen a new Machop. Alright, so I think I'm going to hold on to my Stadium card, since I see that it has the ability to discard a Stadium, which may be the whole purpose of this card in deck. And we only need Peculiar Plaza for one turn, ideally. So we're just going to not show our hand just yet. Alrighty. Get our second Giratina. And let's get our Meditite out here. And we'll just place a fighting energy into it. And we'll build up our Giratina on the bench. This one up front is going to be getting attacked into. And then if it comes down to it, we can play our Peculiar Plaza, get this Giratina out, and get another one on the bench in. But we are going against Rampardos, so time is unfortunately going to be of the essence for it to us. Alright, so we're going to eat the 40. Don't really have a choice there. Get another fighting energy into Meditite. Now we can't evolve, but I don't want to do that just yet. And we'll just use our effect. So they are running 2-3 stagers, so maybe that'll make it a little bit harder for them to get into what... It won't. it won't, never mind. Just kidding. Alright, they do need 2 energy to get Machoke out. So that is a plus. And they've got Machamp on the bench as well. Okay, well they got a X-Speed, so there goes that notion. Alrighty. Well, thankfully they did take 50 damage from that. Alright, let's we'll bring this Meditite up first. Alright, we do have a choice. Because if this Pokemon has any psychic energy attached, its attack does 50 more damage. Well, I think I'm gonna have to tag no matter what I do here. Alright, we'll say screw it and just put that out since I can no longer get rid of it. I think I'm going to have to bring Giratina in to tank a hit, unfortunately. Alright, we'll put an energy into that. I think I'll evolve this one just so we have some leeway here, and then I will play Copycat. Because we need our Mega now. We also need Dawn as well. Alright. All right, so Giratina is going to get tagged here no matter what we do for 130. And we do KO Rampardos regardless of what happens here, because it's going to take 50, and we don't need the Psychic Energy to attack. But it'd been a lot cooler if we'd have got done there. All right, we'll make the switch. Pray that they don't have Cyrus. Oh, it only takes, that's right, it only takes damage if it actually KOs our Pokemon. For some reason I thought it was 50 damage no matter what. Alright, so yes, we are still very much in the back foot here. But if it does attack into Mega Medicham, they do lose their Rampardos, which they may not care too much, honestly. Because the most I can do is 140. And whatever they bring in is going to KO me. Alright, so yeah. The champ is 80. I don't know if there's really anything I can do to win. I mean, I can tag this Mega Medicham in, but that doesn't really solve any problems. We're just going to have to just grip it and rip it here. Because if I tag it in, it's going to get one shot by the Mega Rampardos. It would just be a cancellation. They get a point, I get a point. But then I'd have to bring in Mega Medicham or Giratina no matter what. And then it would just, they would just get KO'd. So unfortunately, we would just be trying to delay the inevitable. This was unfortunately a GG go next situation. But alrighty, we made a good run at it, I guess. But a good game to that opponent. I'm back going to find my next match. Alrighty, looks like I found my next opponent here, and we are lucky enough to go second. I also should have mentioned this at the beginning, but it's probably obvious by now. Is that I'm only running Fighting Energy. I'm not running Fighting and Psychic. I don't know if it would be better to run both Energy or not, but I thought it might be more difficult to get Medicham going if we can't draw the Fighting Energy. But at least if we're just running Fighting Energy, we can guarantee that it can attack to begin with, instead of being very unlucky with the energy building and only getting Psychic, so we can't do anything. So that's my justification for my probably dumb decision. But alrighty, we're going up against a Dark type deck, which is not the greatest for Giratina being out front here. But let's see what we can do. Well, I guess might as well play Peculiar Plaza. Fortunately, we have nothing on our bench, so we just kind of have to do this. But we have 2 Ice Pops in hand, so if we get lucky in some coin tosses, we can perhaps draw this out with Giratina if we have to. Are you running Umbreon, presumably? Yes. So they have a built-in Cyrus, so that is unfortunate. Alright, we're going to tag for 40 here. We get our Mega Medicham, but we don't have anything on our bench still. So we'll just put an energy into Giratina. We'll play the Ice Pop, see if we can heal a couple times if we're lucky enough. Alright, so we don't get to keep it. But let's play our other one so we can heal some more. Get back to max. And we don't get to keep that one either. Alright. Now, unfortunately, we do need 2 more turns. Or actually, no, excuse me. 1 more turn to get Giratina built up. But, again, we have to take some damage here. And because we have nothing on our bench, I have nothing to tag into. Alright, their stadium overwrites ours, which I actually didn't know how that worked. I've actually, as long as stadiums have been out, have never ran into someone who's also playing a stadium card. It's usually either they're only playing one or I'm only playing one. So I wasn't actually sure how that worked. All right, we are in a bad way. Now the bright side is Umbreon can't one-shot us. God, I'm drawing everything except for what I need. We've probably lost this one because I can't draw into Oak or Copycat or any basics. There's not the singular Giratina. And they've got their full roster set up, so this is probably looking like luck's not going to be on my side here. Because I cannot draw into what I need. And because Giratina is a basic, we can't actually attack with it now, so that's wonderful. All right, we do finally draw into a Pokeball, thank God. All right. Bad news is I can't exactly take Giratina out because we will lose Meditite next turn. So this Dawn is now kind of worthless to me. All right. So they're going to presumably tag, maybe? No. All right. We lose our Giratina, and perhaps our hopes and dreams along with it. All right. I guess let's evolve into our Mega, because there's no point in evolving into anything less than that. And we can't do anything right now. And we have no way of attaching a Psychic Energy into Medicham, unfortunately. So it's all stage 1, so we will do 120. So that also works both ways, thankfully. But this Umbreon cannot prevent us from attacking, which is nice. But they're going to leaf out into Umbreon. No, they're going to leaf out into Weavile. And we will take 60 here. All right. Well, there's our Oak and Copycat we needed much earlier. Oh, it was only 10 damage. I thought it was 20 damage. Okay, it's 10. Don't know why I thought it was 20. Probably because I can't read. All right, they're going to bring in their Umbreon, which does make sense. They have no cards left. If there was only a way I could magically tag in that Eevee. All right. Well, we really needed to draw into our cards much earlier, but God, my luck in drawing has just been piss poor. All right. Well, I guess we'll just go down swinging. That's really all we can do. Doesn't be no good to retreat because Umbreon's just going to tag us right back in. So we will just attack into it because we can. Alrighty, and down we go, unfortunately. Alrighty, we are going to lose the game to Umbreon here, but I guess right side we got some points along the way, I guess. Alrighty, I guess I will go out and find one more game. We'll see if we can get another win on the board for Medicham here. But good game to that opponent. I'm back when I find my last match. Alrighty, looks like I found my final opponent here. Let's see what we can get done. And we are going first. Alright, what can we do? And once again, we started with Giratina and nothing else. Okay, hopefully have a little bit more luck, though. Which might be asking a whole lot. My luck is not great when in pocket. And we're going up against Mega Altaria. And okay, at least this time we have something on the bench. which is more than what we had last time. So I will gladly take that. We'll play our Peculiar Plaza so we can swap around a little easier. And should I play? We'll wait a turn for Copycat, I guess. In case we get lucky and draw into Meditite next turn. And since they can't actually hurt me with Swablu, we're just going to leave Giratina. Or put the energy into the active Giratina. Maybe... I can't remember if you can actually still use effects if you're asleep or not. So maybe it would have been smarter to build the one up on the bench. I just couldn't remember if you could or not. I didn't have that thought for some reason. But alrighty. What will they do here? Obviously, put me to sleep. Alright, so we're not going to have to find out. At least not yet. Alright, we get an Ice Pop. I guess we'll put a Fighting Energy into Swablu. And we've got to get our deck online, so we're going to play the Copycat. I'll probably get Meditite, but then not get any of the... Okay, there we go. Alright, so that was worth it. I mean, we get Dawn on top of it, which is nice. Alright, let's mill our deck out further and get our final Pokemon here. And we'll do Broken Space Billow, since we can't really do anything else at the moment. Alright, we're just have to hope we can delay and delay and delay. Because we do need 2 more turns to get Meditite online. So hopefully they don't get into their Mega first. We do need a little bit of luck to go our way. Alright, they are thinking, so maybe they don't have it just yet. Okay, I saw the EX and thought I was expecting too much. I was expecting too much. There it is. Alright, so this is going to do a shit ton of damage. Alright, we get popped for 130 here. And unfortunately, we can only play 1 Dawn per turn. So let's get our Mega out. I would swap, but we unfortunately have the type disadvantage. So what I'm going to do is we're going to build this one up on the bench. We're going to seed the active one. I've got to be able to attack into this Mega twice. Which we should be able to, in theory. But we'll see. And we do have Cyrus, so we can still pull this out if we're lucky enough. And thanks to Peculiar Plaza, we can actually get this Giratina out or not for free, but for 1 less energy. No, they could... Like I said, they could Sabrina something in, but I would just bring in the other Giratina. Alright, they get 2 points here. We're going to bring in our Mega. Alright, and we can actually attack this turn, which is nice. Let's get a Fighting Energy into Mega Medicham. Let us play our Dawn. Pass it forward. And let's do a quick 140 here. Now we can take a hit. So they do have to retreat here or lose. But thankfully we got Cyrus, so we're gonna bring this Mega right back in. I don't think they can get back up over 140, which is what we're gonna do. But I've been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again. So, I mean, they have to know they can't leave Mega Altaria in here. I mean, I guess if they have... I think even with a red or a Geo, we do still live. So there is that. I feel like they almost have to certainly tag in a Mewtwo here. I mean, that's still not going to be enough. Yeah, we do live. Alright, they did opt not to tag. Bit of fighting energy here. I mean, there's no point in really messing around. They get 3 points for KO and Mega Altaria. And we do manage to close things out with a win on the board. I don't remember our record. Were we 2-2? I think we were 2-2. So we managed to end this out even. Break 500, I guess. But yeah, this was my attempt at a Mega Medicham deck. I'm sure there's significantly better ways to run it because there always is compared to what I built. So I'm sure there's a more optimal way out there 100%. But as always, feel free to leave me any suggestions or notes on how to make this deck better, or just things that would be better to pair Mega Medicham with, or just decks you want to send me a try. And if I have the cards, I will try to give it a whirl. But alrighty, I do want to end the video here though, if I didn't say that already, and also good games to everyone that I played today. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.